dip. Gotta get dip, 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 dip. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get dip. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get dip. Boom, boom, boom. Gotta get dip. Boom, boom, boom.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, my name's Rhonda, better known as Mess Momma MD. Today I'm going to be doing a video that you all actually requested, and that is how I do my contour using cream contour products. So if you are interested to see how I do my cream contour, as well as some cream contour and powder contour palettes that I recommend for you all, then stay tuned. Okay, so like I said, this video was requested from a subscriber, so I wanted to put this together and hopefully you all find this helpful. So right off the bat, I am going to start my cream contour out. I've already got my foundation on. I'm actually testing out a foundation as we speak, and what I've done is I've applied, I've washed my face, applied my moisturizer, as well as my primer. If you guys are interested in wanting to know what kind of primer I'm using, I am using the Smashbox Primer Water, as well as my L'Oreal Magic Lumi, and all over my face, and just in my T-zone, my Anna Sue, and of course under my eyes, I always use my Becca Under Eye Corrector Cream. So with that being said, I have not set anything. I've applied my foundation as well as my, and this is the Tarte Medium to Honey Empowered Hybrid Gel Foundation, as well as my Tarte Shape Tape Concealer. I've not set anything. I'm going to go, my next step will be to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Palette. This is in the shade Medium. Now, this is a bit on, the higher price side, but I will tell you guys a little tip. It retails for $40-some, but you can always find this on sale, and I believe it's on sale as we speak at Ulta. But between Macy's, Ulta, and Sephora, they're always running this for half off. So instead of paying the $40-some, I wait until the cream contour powder and the powder contour palettes go on sale, and I pick up both of them, and for the price of both of them is the price for actually one of them when they're not on sale. So always be watching for that. Like I said, these palettes are on sale quite often, and I do like them. I will say they're a little bit, I wouldn't say they're hard to work with, but it definitely is not one of those products that are creamy enough that you could go right in with a brush. I feel like if I go in with a brush and try and use it that way, that it really starts to move my product around and it's a little bit harder to use. So what I like to do is just go in with my finger and the warmth of my hand to really get the product working, and then I blend it out with a beauty blender or a stippling brush such as this. So what I'm going to go ahead and do, and what I suggest you do if you are going to be doing your contour, and I'm not going to go like all out crazy type of contour. This is just going to be my simple everyday contour. Now, anyways, the first thing that I suggest you do is either get in front of a well lit window with natural lighting, or since I'm not doing that, I'm in front of a mirror with, of course, my ring light and then lights over here shining on me so I can actually see where the natural shadows are on my face. The whole purpose between highlight and contouring is that you want to take what's naturally there and just kind of emphasize it, For me personally, I kind of have more, I don't even know what kind of face shape I have personally, and everybody, obviously everybody has a different type of face shape and they want to contour different things. For me personally, I like to chisel out my cheeks a bit more because I do have fuller cheeks. I don't care what size I am, I always have fuller cheeks. That's just me. And I do like to, chisel out my jawline a bit more and try and get that Nicole Concilio jawline. Oh my gosh, that woman has a beautiful jawline. So anyways, and then as well as I do try and contour a little bit of my nose just because I have a deviated septum. But other than that, it's really more of what you're looking to do. So like I said, get in front of a well-lit window or in front of your mirror that has a nice light with it in the room. And I'm, like I said, going to keep it really simple. This is the palette in medium. Now, as far as these, I don't use these too often. I will use them every once in a while around this area. Some people, if you don't have mature skin or fine lines, this works well for concealer area and to highlight. I personally just use my Tarte Shape Tape or another concealer to do my highlighting with. This is great for if you have any like dark, really dark circles. But again, with my mature skin, I choose not to use these three too often, just for the simple reason that I feel like sometimes they accentuate my fine lines. So I really just stick to these two shades right through here. In the summer months, you know, I'm more of this one, but right now I'm going to use this one. I may add a little bit of this color in here. So first, what I'm going to do is just go ahead, add a little bit, let it warm up, and look straight on into your mirror. And if your lighting is well enough, you will see where your natural shadows are on your cheeks. Now remember, you don't want way down here to chisel out. You want to keep it up through here. So a simple little trick that I like to do is I find the top of my ear, and typically that hits my bone right there. So I like to keep mine on the high side. So what I do is I just, you know, find the top of my ear, and then I just come down through here and just lightly dab it through. I don't go too low because you just don't want to do that. You know, you're trying to keep things, let's be honest, it's not going to look natural, you know, but you want to keep things as lifted as possible. You don't want to droop things down. So what I do is I will literally kind of stop right through here, like right at the end of my eye, and I won't go any farther down close to my lip or anything like that. And then boom, just like so. Then I'm going to do the other side. Same technique. Right like so. Okay, now you'll notice that I'm not gonna like just coat myself in this cream contour. I'm just going to add it as needed. I will add just a little bit through here, what's left on my finger. Now if you want to try and conceal your forehead a little bit more, then obviously you're gonna want to add more of this darker contour in there. Now, you know, with me personally, I just have that widow's peak, so I do kind of darken up just a little bit through there. Okay, so I'm just going to add just a little bit to the jawline because I want that Nicole Concilio jaw. Oh, I love her jaw. And you want to add that shadow right through here. I do add some on my chin. And I'm just going to take just a little bit on the sides of my nose. And I do just bring a straight line down because, like I said, I do have a deviated septum, so my nose is a little off. But not off enough that I'm willing to get surgery for it. That's what they make makeup for. Because I do have smaller lips, I do kind of add a little bit down here. Now, mind you all, I'm not a makeup artist. I'm completely 100% self-taught, so I don't have all the correct terminology and, you know, the words that a lot of, you know, makeup artists would use to explain the whole process. So pretty much, I'm just trying to show you all how I do it. I don't really have the great reasoning behind it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a stippling brush. You can also take your beauty blender. It's your personal choice. And then I just lightly go upward with it, just dabbing like so. And then I do kind of mesh it up through here, whatever's extra on the brush, so it all kind of connects. Now you don't want to go in a swirling motion because if you do that, it's going to really move your product around, and that can definitely give you like blotchy spots in there, so you don't want to do that. And I just like to go in a patting motion, bouncing, whatever, right through here. Boom. Just like so. Like I said, you don't have to go in heavy. If anything, go in light-handed with your contour creams, and you can always build up. It's much easier to add than it is to take away. Alright, and that is that as far as the cream contour goes. So as you can see, it's kind of, you know, darkened up the shadow area and like so, without being crazy over the top. So what your next step is to do is to make sure that you set your concealer and set the rest of your face. Anytime you're wearing any creams, it's highly recommended, especially if you're like me and have oily skin or normal to oily combination skin, to set those products. So I'm just going to go ahead and set my under eye right off the bat with this e.l.f. powder right here. This is great for under the eye. To me, it's a complete dupe for the IT Cosmetics Bye Bye Pores. So I'm just going to take my beauty blender, make sure that I get any extra concealer that may be there removed, because if it's already creased and you go and set it, it's going to keep that crease there. And that's one thing you don't want to do. Okay, now from there, like I said, I'm going to set the rest of my face with a powder. You can use whatever powder you want. For me today, I'm going to be using my Dermablend powder, and this is in the shade Cool Beige. Just going to use my Sephora Powder Puff, and I'm just going to just press that in. And this sets it so it's not moving all around or anything like that. Okay, so from here, this is where I'm going to bronze my face, and I will add a little bit more of the powder contour if necessary. So I'm going to go in with my Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit. This is in the shade Tan to Deep. I love this one for these two colors right here. Those are perfect to bronze up my skin. Okay, so I'm just going to mix these two colors right here, and like I said before, I'm going to add warmth to the skin. So high points along the cheekbone, don't want to go down low. Get up on the forehead. And connect it all. I do like a 3, like boom, boom. Again, the bronzer is more of the warming, like I said, so everywhere that you get that sun-kissed glow, so get your nose, get my chin a little bit, and then the high points of my cheeks, just like so. So I will go back in with this darker shade right through here, just a tiny bit, and I'm going to just put it right through here and blend it out up. Okay everybody, so I am back with the rest of my face on, and right now I want to go over with you guys some of the contour palettes that I actually recommend for you all. Now, as you saw, I did use the Anastasia Beverly Hills Cream Contour Palette. In all honesty, this is the only cream contour palette or cream contour product that I use, and I will say I definitely recommend it to you all. Like I said, I would not pay full price for this. I would wait until it goes on sale. But my big thing has always been the powder contour kits. So I have a few of those that are my favorite that I do want to discuss with you guys, and I've got everything from inexpensive to high-end palettes that I do want to recommend. Okay, so right off the bat, this is only like $4 or $5. Actually, I think I may have even picked it up for $3. This is by e.l.f. I found it at TJ Maxx actually. This is their bronzing quad. So right here, I will tell you guys right off the bat, it reminds me so much of the Too Faced Dark Chocolate Soleil contour palette right here. You can pick these up at Ulta, Sephora, Too Faced, and as you can tell, this has been well loved. Maybe you can't, depending on if my camera wants to work properly or not. But this is one that I really like. I really recommend. I use this more for the contouring, as well as Benefit Hoola Bronzer is a good one too. But I will tell you guys, if you are looking for an inexpensive product that works well, I definitely recommend e.l.f. I do want to talk about another product, and this is by Flower Beauty. I actually did a review on a bunch of their products. I will try to remember to put a card up above if you want to check out my review on Flower Beauty. But this is their Lift and Sculpt Contouring Palette. This is in the shade Medium to Deep. What I really like about this palette in particular is the fact that the contour shade right here is a nice cool tone, but as it warms up on your skin, it does go into like a nice cool but yet pretty bronze, like warm bronze, so almost like a neutrally type of contour slash bronzer. So I definitely recommend that. Again, this is in the medium to deep, as well as I do like the blush. The blush is another one that tends to oxidize on me. It goes on like this nice pink that you see here, but as it warms up to my skin and starts to oxidize a little bit, it goes to a really pretty pinky peach tone. Love it. Now this highlight, oh you guys, this is so pigmented. I love this highlight. Totally recommend it. It does not like oxidize or anything like that. It just melts right into your skin. This retails at flowerbeauty.com for $14. However, I did go to Walmart over the weekend, and this is actually like $12 and change at Walmart. Totally recommend it. I will, if you haven't seen my video, I do recommend that checking out, if you want to check out Flower Beauty products, check it out at Walmart or walmart.com. Just in case you do not like the products, you have at least the availability to return it, exchange it, anything like that. However, if you pick it up off of flowerbeauty.com, they don't accept any type of returns or exchanges unless the product was damaged in shipping. Next palette I want to talk about is by Tarte. This is one that retails for like $50. However, between Macy's, Sephora, and Ulta, this is another one that you can find for half off, and I definitely recommend it. This is the Tarte Pro Glow Contour Highlight Palette. Now there is one cream contour right here. It has a nice kind of cool type of, it's great. I'm just gonna say, I'm just rambling at this point, but it's really good for contour. It's a nice cool type of undertone, but not too cool to where it looks like you've been punched in the face. This you can contour with, as well as you can kind of bronze up your face a little bit with it as well. And then of course you have a choice of 4 powdered highlights, which are really pretty. Last but not least, what I'm going to talk about, actually it's not going to be last, because I did forget to pull for you guys one of my other favorite contour palettes, and that is by Wet n Wild. You can get these for $3, and I highly recommend you check these out. You can get it at Kroger, CVS, Walmart, Target. There's a lot of different stores that sell this. A lot of the times they're running specials, sales, things like that. I think I got this buy one get one free, and it was like $4.99, but I definitely do recommend these palettes. Now the last palette I am going to talk about again is the Anastasia Beverly Hills. You guys saw me use this in the video. This is in Tan to Deep, and I love using these 2 shades, as I said, to, you know, warm up my face, and then I will go in just a little bit with this shade right here and contour out just a little bit. So like I said, I would not pay full price for this. Wait until it goes on sale. They're on sale all the time. So that is my contour video for today. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I hope you found it helpful. And if you did, please make sure to hit the like button down below. That lets me know you enjoyed these videos, as well as it lets YouTube know that you enjoy watching Hot Mess Mama MD. So until tomorrow, my friends, I hope you have a wonderful, beautiful, and blessed day. Kisses from Kentucky.